Hi, I'm Derek, and this is a follow-up video about the Makerbot Replicator Smart Extruder Gem issue. So, in my previous video, if you didn't see my previous video, I will put the link in the description. Please have a look before, or this video will not make so much sense. So, I have now 4 extruders. The serial number are all here, maybe you can see. This is 988, the far right one, and this one is 2748. This one is 11,633. This one are so much I even cannot read. So these 3 doesn't work at all, and I make the video about improve the spring tension inside the smart extruder, and it works for a while, but I think it still have problem because the heat element itself, maybe the temperature control are not so stable. So finally these 3 doesn't work. So I quite desperate, like you guys. So I think maybe I let Makerbot find a last chance. I give Makerbot the last chance. So I order another one. So this one comes very late in the serial number, and they change a little in the smart extruder, since I know. The last one I have, you can see the encoder wheel are different design, and also inside the rundown filament sensor are also mounted differently, and the heatsink are not so different. The heatsink here, but it's for sure different from the first 2 versions, and I think it's also have a different position in the heat element. I don't know, because it looks quite identical, but it definitely give a different print, or it have a different temperature offset in the chip, so the temperature are more accurate maybe, so the filament will work more nice. So when I using this, the latest smart extruder, it prints okay, and I turn on the jam detection always, but this one it started to work when the thing jammed, and the Makerbot will just tell you the filament is jammed. But in the previous one, they don't tell you, they just keep printing and printing, even print out nothing and still printing. But this one, it really give you a warning it's jammed. But it also have a problem. Maybe I take a piece of filament very quick. This is a piece of filament. You can see from the this one is the 2748 one, the serial number. So I jam the filament in, and you can see the encoder wheel will turn for sure, but this one is still okay, but this one, the first one, when I jammed it in, sometimes it will not turn. I don't know why, because maybe between plastic the friction are so small, so no, sometimes it doesn't turn. Even my finger give a very slight pressure and it will not turn at all. So the encoder wheel is giving false signal for the machine. Even the smart extruder didn't jam, but the encoder wheel didn't turn, and it will give you a false signal, say the filament is jammed. So this is my solution. I put a rubber type belt on the encoder wheel groove. Focus. maybe no. It's like a rubber band, but it's actually a CD-ROM or CD player belt for the opening and closing mechanism. So when I put this in, it gets more friction, and even my finger stick on it, it will still turn very hard. And I also make the spring tension more hard. So this one I already make 2-3 prints. It's very nice now. It's don't make any false signal and just print nice. So let me tell you how to disassemble this thing and how to put down the rubber band and where you get the rubber band. So you need a hexagonal bit. It's a 2.0 millimeter bit. It's don't focus, I don't know why. It's a 2.0 millimeter bit, and you need a flathead screwdriver to pry open the case. So you need to remove this, and you need to pry open 1, 2, 3, 4. You just stick it under and gently and move it up, just like this. So now it will fall. And now it's have 6, 3 in both sides. I recommend to remove this one first, because this one have this one is more to the right side. So if you pry this one first, it will always snap back. So I recommended to open this one first, stuck it under and pry up, and you can use the flathead screwdriver to pry even more, to twist it, and it will open more. And the second one, and the third one. So now 3 are all pried open, and this side also. Before you pry open, I recommend that you can, because it's already lift up, you can see, so you can just push it back and gently pry open this one and twist a little, make it more open. And this one, gentle, because it's made from plastic, it will break easily. Okay, 3 are pry open, so use the flathead screwdriver to pre-open a little more. So now it's quite critical, because inside have very serious spring tension. If you just open the case now, everything will explode. So you have to hold down this handle and this heatsink and open. Hopefully you will not just jump. Okay, so hold it down. This is the case. Hold it down, and you can see the whole assembly is now fixed. It's so exposed. So now you have to remove this part from the smart extruder. What you have to do is lift up this heat element, and please do not bend these wire, because it's in a perfect curve. So when it move up and down, it will not disturb the motion. So please don't bend these wires. And you can remove also this. The spring is on the small rod. If you spring is fall off, remember it's on the small rod. It's not on the magnet one. Here I have a very neodymium magnet here. It's not on that. It's on the small rod. So, and now you can remove the spring load. It will just pop off. So in my previous video I already teach how to put this on here. If you don't know, you can look into my video in the description. It will really nice. It will get more force to push on the feeding wheel here. The filament will be pushed more hard on the feeding wheel, so it will not slide or make a clicking noise or grind the filament. So this definitely is a big improve. Okay, so if you have this one like me, this actually is not a hexagonal screw. This is a star shape, is a 6-groove star shape screw. This is the new type, the latest, I think. So what you have to do is take this off, the feeding wheel off. And this one, they improve a lot because you just need to pull it up. You have to make sure you don't snap the thing below. So now they make the PCB mounted on this plastic piece, and the pins can just pull off easily. If you have a older version, maybe I will show you later in the video, you have to very carefully to remove this pin and slide everything up together, or you will smash, you will destroy the very weak or fragile switch inside here. I will show you later in the video. So now the wheel are exposed. You just take out your 2mm hexagonal bit and just open it. And you can see the encoder wheel. Just like old-fashioned mouse, they also have this pattern inside the mouse, and these are the reading thing for the encoder wheel. So you just need to buy this. Maybe I grab one very quick so you will know what it is. Sorry. I cannot find the extras. Okay, so these are just like rubber bands. It's how should I mention it? This is normally used in CD-ROMs or CD players, open and closing mechanism belt. So this is a driver belt. You can buy this in your local electronics store or maybe eBay. I don't know. I buy this one in my local electronics store. And the diameter for this one, it's 17 millimeters diameter, 17 millimeters diameter, and the thickness is 0.8. So I also have 17 millimeters, 18 millimeters, 20 millimeters, or even 16 millimeters is also works on this. You just have to remember you cannot put too thick things, belt on it. 0.8 is okay, so I prefer 17 or 18 or 16 millimeters in diameter, and the thickness is 0.5 or 0.8. That is the best because it's not so big on the wheel. So this is the solution for it. I put it aside. So in case you have an older version of the Smart Extruder, let me show you how it looks inside. So how to disassemble it safely. This is the one I destroyed because I heat the heating element so hot, the plastic just run into the groove. Maybe I can lay that out or something and it will work again. So this one is I don't play it now, so I open it very quick to show you. Just stay with me. Just bear with me. If you do it more and more often, you will also improve a lot in disassembling and assembling smart extruders. I'm so far away from US. I'm actually in Taiwan. It's so far away. I cannot expect Makerbot do anything service for me, so I have to make my own way. Okay, this is the old one. I take it off very quick. So, also this. Okay. Okay, so you see, this one, the plastic are not so polished compared to this. So you will know it's, and here have a triangle groove. So you can know that is the older version, older design of the mechanism. So what you want to do is you have to open this screw. Oh, it's also a 2.0 hexagonal bit. You have to open this, and you need to use your both hand to raise up. You have to wiggle this PCB because they also have the pins that be below it, and also your left hand have to raise the plastic, and you can remove. It's have a different design finally, and you can see the switch are small, so small. If you just lift it up without also lifting the plastic, you'll snap the mechanism, and I don't think you can buy a replacement for it. So please keep it in mind. Okay, so maybe I show you my result now. It's still fresh in the Makerbot. Maybe I pull it out and pry it off. This is a print. This is a design my friend asked me to print, and I use Raft. And this is support material, and you can see everything is very shiny and strong, and just a little bit this inside, maybe the temperature is too high. I now use all the default settings. 200, that means 215 degrees printing temperature, and the feed rates are all default. Everything is default. And my dry box humidity now is 50%, so keep in mind the humidity are also quite important in 3D printing. So this is my result. If you have further comments or question, please put in the comment, and I will do my best to help you. And yeah, give a chance to Makerbot. The latest smart extruder is okay, but just need to do a little bit modification by ourselves, because the wheel will not stick on. The wheel will not catch the filament, and it will give you a false signal, and it's quite annoying. If you like me, I cannot buy Makerbot filament so easily in Taiwan. I have to use Taiwan suppliers, and maybe the diameter are not so accurate. So sometimes the diameter are smaller, it will not touch the wheel, or it barely touch it. So it's give you a false signal. So this is how you do it. I'm Derek, and see you next time. Bye.